Public Affairs programming on WQPT is brought to you by the Singh Group at Merrill Lynch, serving the wealth management needs of clients in the region for over 25 years.
Better understanding the Islamic faith and what it means to be a Muslim in the cities. It is the world's second largest and its fastest growing religion, yet Islam is one of the most misunderstood faiths, and worse yet, for some it's the most feared. From the fear of terrorism to fears of racial profiling, from immigration bans to violence against individuals. There is much we don't know and much we need to know. Joining us is Imam Saad Baig, the religious director of the Islamic Center of the Quad Cities. Imam, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Jim, for having me here.
You heard my introduction, the fact that it is perhaps the most misunderstood and most feared. That must be something you hate to hear.
Absolutely. It's not just me, but I think many who are not Muslims also would hate to hear, because this is where some are trying to marginalize a faith, and those who are the practicing of the faith as Islam is a religion of peace. It comes from the root word of peace and submission. And those who are practicing this faith are called Muslims, are practicing very peaceful people with a great conduct and in a great manners, that they have to uphold the values of Islam.
You were speaking at Comm University this past weekend, talking to people of a number of different faiths to further explain the misunderstandings about Islam. And you were pretty much pointing out four major topics that you discussed. If you want to go through each one of those once again, because one of the first was having to do with it's a religion of violence.
Right. So the most important and the biggest misconceptions regarding Islam and Muslims is it's a religion of violence. Islam promotes violence. Muslims are those who practice violence. As I mentioned, it is far from the truth. It's actually completely opposite. Islam, one of the teachings of Islam, the Prophet of Islam, Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, mentioned that a beauty of Islam, and the beauty of Islam is a person who follows this faith is at their best behavior with everyone around them. The person who's kind to others, a Muslim is the one who cares for one another. And a person who does not do this is not practicing the faith of Islam. And this is what's happening. The individuals who are doing these actions of crime and horrendous acts against humanity, killing Muslims, non-Muslims, groups like ISIS, they don't represent Islam. They don't uphold any of the values of Islam. So it will be very incorrect for anyone to take them and their actions and portray them as an act of Islam or the acts of Muslims.
And you have said over and over again that when there are these acts of violence that come in the name of Islam, that imams such as yourself worldwide speak out against it and point out how this is not the true following of the religion.
Absolutely. I mean, Muslim leadership and scholarships around the world have condemned the acts of like ISIS and others because they are far away from Islam. Islam is a religion where it promotes its followers to bring about peace with one another. One of the teachings of the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, he said, a quality of a Muslim is the Muslim loves one another and is loved by others. And this is something that everyone needs to understand, that that's a quality of Islam and Muslims.
And one of the things that you said on Sunday, we have to go out of our way to know one another.
Right.
What did you mean by that?
It is high time right now that for everyone, within our communities, that we learn about one another. Because there are a lot of misconceptions. Just like there are a lot of misconceptions regarding Islam and Muslims, there are also a lot of misconceptions about other people. And I think it's important that we as individuals, citizens of our nation, we need to learn about one another and go beyond our personal comfort zones to know about one another, and so that we can give the respect which people are deserving.
That was one of the key words that I picked up from you, is when you did say respect.
Right.
And the fact that some people do marginalize a religion that's the second largest religion in the world is a reality, but is a hard to believe concept.
It's hard to believe, and I think this is where, as I mentioned, we have to come out of our comfort zone and avail opportunities where we can interact, where we can have a dialogue and sit together. There are differences. we have to put our differences aside, but do not let that differences create disrespect and disregards to one another. And this is something that will hurt us as individuals, as community and nation, and the whole humanity at large.
How difficult is it for a person to be a Muslim and live in a community like the Quad Cities, a smaller community as opposed to a metropolitan area like Chicago, where you're from, or New York, or even Dearborn and Detroit, where the population is larger for Muslims?
Actually, it's quite surprising. Here in Quad Cities, we get tremendous amount of respect and love from people. Actually, just this morning, right before I came here, I checked my mail at the mosque, and this is what I have received: thank you letter from someone for being a part of our community, and we respect and love. So there's a lot of love. We have received a lot of letters from people in recent times of showing respect and love and being part of our community. So I think it's different what people would assume in a smaller community. They might be more hate or disrespect and disregard. In reality, we have a great leadership within our faith communities and our education institutes who are availing the opportunities for people to learn about one another, and especially with regards to Islam and Muslims.
And I know that you have an outreach program as well. The Islamic Center makes sure that it has open doors that people can find out a little more about the religion.
Right, absolutely. We have two mosques here in the Quad Cities. One is the one where I serve by Black Hawk College in Moline. The website is icqconline.org, where people can go and look at, answer questions what they have. And they can also request for a tour where people can come in. And I think it's very important, instead of living in fear and not knowing what people and your neighbors have and what faith they practice, it's important that people can come and take a tour and learn about each other. And similarly with our mosque in Bettendorf, which is right by Hobby Lobby, the website is mcqc.org, the Muslim Community Center. People can go visit the website and request for a tour and then go visit.
You did mention also during your speech is that the Muslim faith, and perhaps everyone, is facing very tough times right now. Why do you think that's happening right now? And do you think it's just America, or is it worldwide?
Well, I think right now, there's a big elephant in the room that we cannot deny. People are going through some tough times. There are some rules and regulations that have been there to focus on this targeted group, which are Muslims.
We're talking about the immigration changes under the current administration.
Right, and it has affected many people. Here locally, Quad Cities, there are a few individuals who are very much concerned. Their families some of the family members are back home visiting, and they are scared that what will happen to them when they will come back. Others have canceled their travel plans because of this new law. So it has created a lot of fear within the Muslims, and it shouldn't be such because when we need to create a safe place, there are measures which are important that needs to be adhered, but along with that, we have to keep in mind the sentiments of the people and how some of the laws can affect individuals, and that's what's happened with this travel ban law.
Well, we do have some Syrian students. There's a pair of Syrian students that are from Monmouth College, afraid to even go home for that fear of not being able to come back.
Even here in Quad Cities, there are some international students. The hosting families were concerned. They came up to me and said, we have no idea. The kids are so scared. These are high school kids, not sure if they can go back, and if they go back, not realizing that they can come back for the next school year.
As a Muslim, I'm sure it affects you in one way, but how does it affect you as an American?
Absolutely, because as an American, this goes against our values that we stand for. The greatest thing that we enjoy is our Constitution, the religion, the freedom of religion, the freedom of speech, and I think some of the happenings that some of the rules, some of the legislation that has been passed, seems like it is contradicting some of our values of our nation.
Because let's be honest, you're a person who was born in Chicago. You went to college at Augustana, and yet some people might look at you and go, you're not really American.
Well, actually, just want to correct, my parents migrated. I was very young when we moved here, but then, this is a land of immigrants. there are two reasons that how people have came here. Either they were refugees and were persecuted in their country, have moved here for a better life, or people have migrated for a better living. And this is what is a hallmark of our nation. And it's so important that we value this. If there are anyone who was persecuted on this land, to whom this land actually belongs, are the Native Americans. And everyone came here for a better living. And so we have to keep that as a center point and accept the differences we have within ourselves.
What are you doing, or what is the church doing in order to perhaps stand up stronger for your rights when we're taking a look at immigration changes or crackdowns of any sort, or, as I said, racial stereotyping or racial profiling? What is it that you can do personally?
I think there's not much we can do. I think we are citizens, just like how you and I and anyone else in our communities. But there's one thing we should do, and we are doing, that we should speak our freedom. We should use the rights, the opportunity we have to speak against the wrong that is happening. Number one, I feel that it's not just those few who are misrepresenting or portraying Islam as a religion of violence by looking at the acts of the other few who are doing the acts of violence in the name of Islam. So it's very important for us as Muslims here that we denounce both of the extremism. One is those who are perpetrating these acts of violence against humanity. Many of them are being Muslims who are killed. That is not part of Islam. And it's a responsibility on us as Muslims that we openly speak against it. But then there's also the other extreme, where there are some who are painting the picture of Islam and presenting Islam with the acts of those who do not represent Islam. They are speaking loudly, saying that these are the acts of Muslims, period, which is hurting and affecting our society.
Well, and also, as you were pointing out, that some people just say it's Arabs.
Right.
And the largest... Please,
the second,
go ahead.
Another misconception, that thinking that all Muslims are Arabs, which is not true, because there are many Muslims who are not Arab, like myself. My parents migrated here from India. Far majority, about 80% of Muslims around the world are non-Arabs. And which brings to another misconception, that people think that all Arabs are Muslims, which is incorrect as well, because there are many Arabs who are not Muslims, like the Coptic Christians and many others, Arab is a land, the area where people who speak the language have, that's the culture, and people of different faiths and no faiths belong to that culture.
I don't want to say that one death diminishes another, that one is less important than several, but I mean, when you take a look at the number of deaths from terrorism, you're seeing a preponderance in the Middle East or in other Arab countries, in fact. Does that pain you in some ways? Is that it is really Muslims attacking Muslims?
Absolutely, it's very, very painful, and this is where what I mentioned earlier, that those who are doing these acts against these acts of violence, they are killing Muslims. Number one. Number two, they are going completely against the teachings of Islam, and hence their actions. Number one, they should be brought to justice. Number two, their actions cannot be portrayed in any way or any form as an action of a Muslim, because these are criminals. And it brings greater pain that their actions, people trying to put it as an act of every other Muslim, and many of whom who are serving our communities and our country in the best in every form of life.
I keep talking about the negatives, obviously, because that is such a huge issue, but let's talk about the positives, because you do spread the word of peace, and you have new generations of Muslim children who are learning from you. What is your hope for the future?
Absolutely. I mean, I have a great hope that our youth, our young generation, would stand up from this environment we are living in, because it's a fact. The Southern Poverty Law Center has came up with the statistics of how much hate crimes and the bullying happening within our schools, and with many others, along with many other minorities. Muslims are part of that, of that statistics. Kids coming out of this environment, they have to stand up and be able to speak the truth, be able to let people know that who they are as Muslims. And it's important in our times that our youngsters, especially young girls who wear hijab, and they are more vulnerable in a situation where they will be victimized or verbal abuse of any other harassment. They need to stand up and be strong and receive help from the counselors and their schools, and be able to stand up and speak of what they believe in as being an American Muslim.
And that's underlining the last of the four misunderstandings, and that is how the Muslim faith treats women.
Right, absolutely. Islam teaches women with respect. Some of the things that we see in media in different countries, that the women are oppressed, and these are because of the cultural values that those culture may have. It's not because of Islam. The Quran speaks about the value of women, and gives one of the most important women in Islam is Mary. And Quran also, the Prophet speaks about the education to women and men that is compulsory in the faith of Islam. So these are the values that Islam held. Islam gave women so much power back in the days where there was no regards to women. So Islam women has every single opportunity in Islam, like any other organization or faith does. Actually beyond, I should say. But the problem comes is when a example which was misrepresented is brought up and people speak about it, because these days, unfortunately, if it bleeds, it leads within the media.
And you were saying, to a great extent, that you worry about the way the media portrays a Muslim and the Islamic faith.
Absolutely, because when there is a crime which is done and a perpetrator of that crime is a Muslim, the person's faith is brought into questioning. And then it's brought up and saying that this is a person who belongs to this faith, has perpetrated this crime. Of course, that person has done a crime and they should be brought to justice. And if they have used the faith to rationalize their action, then that has to be condemned by Muslims and non-Muslims alike, because Islam is completely against those teachings. But then the other part of the balanced news is there are also acts that has been done by others in the while either rationalizing their other faith or not, but their faith has not brought into perspectives. I often mention the recent example that happened in October in Kansas. The three men belonging to the group called Crusaders were ready to blow up this mosque, and this Somalian immigrant community. But that has not even been touched by mainstream media, and if it's touched, then it's just barely as to something that have happened. So this is where I have that issue that at times, of course, we trust our media. We have to trust our media, and I think our media should always be given opportunity to criticize anyone and everyone. But then it's also a responsibility for media to give a fair and just news for everyone.
Thank you so much for joining us. We do appreciate it. Good hearing your views. And also, I should point out, you're so active in Quad City Interfaith, which is such a great organization as well.
Right. There are many interfaith opportunities here in the Quad Cities, and there will be some that will be coming up in March at Augustana, so our viewers can come in and join there.
I appreciate it so much. Imam Said Baij, the religious director, that is, of the Islamic Center of the Quad Cities. The center in Moline offers outreach programs so you can better know the faith. Tours of the mosque can be scheduled. School classes can come for a visit. The Islamic Center also offers what it calls Islam 101. Find out more at the center's website. It's icqconline.org. We're starting the month of February with some warm weather and some hot ideas if you want to get out and do something in these last few weeks of winter. Here's Laura Adams with ideas for you when you go out and about.
This is Out and About for February 6th through 12th. Hi, I'm Laura Adams. The Lions Club hosts a trivia night at the Knights of Columbus February 10th, while the Galesburg Historical Society is holding their 31st annual Chocolate Festival, an all-you-care-to-eat buffet of chocolate goodies. The 59th annual Rock Island Antique Show at the Plumbers and Pipefitters Union Hall in Rock Island is an intimate antique and vintage show with 20 exhibitors. Or join the Wapsie River Education Center in Dixon, Iowa for a fun-filled day of winter activities. The Geneseo Valentine Shopping Expo at the First Lutheran Church will assist you in finding the perfect gift for your Valentine. A journalist-led discussion on fake news is being held at the Davenport Library Eastern Avenue branch February 6th, and the Augustana Jazz Combos present a concert in Bergendorf Hall on the Augustana College campus February 8th, while the Augustana Symphony Orchestra performs their winter concert at Centennial Hall the 11th. Ballet Quad City celebrate their 20th anniversary with love stories featuring some of the most beloved dances at the Scottish Rite Cathedral February 10th and 11th. Enjoy the smooth jazz Valentine's concert at the River Music Experience February 11th, and the critically acclaimed production of Murderers by Jeffrey Hatcher continues at the Black Box Theater in downtown Moline. Plus, Ghost the Musical continues their exciting and romantic run at Circuit 21 in downtown Rock Island. For more information, visit wqpt.org.
Thank you, Laura. Louis Knutson is a Quad City musician who describes his music as eclectic pop. He says at the age of 17, he sold his entire basketball card collection, bought recording equipment, and started writing and recording original music. Well, he's not 17 anymore, but is now a well-known, highly regarded musician in the Quad Cities. Here's Louis Knutson with Sing to You.
My burdens, all my chains are gone. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Now all I have left is a heart so full of songs. My pain is all gone, and I'm gonna sing to you. Said my pain is all gone, and I'm gonna sing. Said I'm gonna sing to you. Out from the sand and the mud. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Now all I have to lift is a heart so full of love. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, my pain is all gone, and I'm gonna sing to you. I said my pain is all gone, and I'm gonna sing sing to you. My loneliness is gone, and I am gonna sing to you. So why should I not be glad? Why should I not be glad? I am free from my burdens, all my chains are songs.
From the community stage of the River Music Experience, Louis Knutson with Sing to You. WQPT is doing its part to support the military men and women in the cities who are serving our nation. We call it Embracing the Military. There will be exhibitors on hand offering a wide range of health-related information, including help for cancer treatments, chiropractic medicine, cardiology, diet, fitness, and other issues. A free shuttle is being offered once again. The health fair will be held this Wednesday, February 15th from 10 until 3:30 in Building 67. On the air, on the radio, on the web, and on your mobile device. Thanks for taking some time to join us as we talk about the issues on the cities.
Public Affairs programming on WQPT is brought to you by the Sing Group at Merrill Lynch, serving the wealth management needs of clients in the region for over 25 years.